Hi, I'm Stuart and welcome to Sirennet Television. We have the opportunity to come by and take a look and see what's going on with the gang over here at Wireworks in Salem, Oregon. And Greg is going to be the guy to show us around. Let's get started. Well, we're over here at Wireworks with Greg, the intrepid installer. So good morning, Greg.
Good morning.
And thank you very much for letting us come by and take a look at some new vehicles that you're currently working on. And right now you have a Ford Interceptor SUV, and just fill us in on what's going on with this one.
This one's a pretty busy one. Obviously you've got push bumper lights, we've got mirror beams, we've got an inner edge from Whelen, we've got code 3 side lights both in the rear doors and the rear side windows, also in the rear hatch area. It's got a Whelen controller. It's got a radar system, it's got video system and a computer system in it as well. This is a pretty full loaded vehicle. Okay, let's take a look at the lighting package. Sure.
And then up here on the front bumper area, I see you have some of the Sirennet SNGL2s, which are very nice. Yep. Indeed. And then you've got that tied in with a code 3 siren spigot, which we're seeing here.
Yes, sir. And then what we did is the customer did not get the headlights from Ford, so we installed a set of Whelen Vertex in the headlights to give them some white flashing lights of oncoming traffic.
There we go. Looking very nice indeed.
I'll turn those on for you so you can see them.
Sure, right.
And then we also did some mirror beams for them, so you can get into all that.
And that's of course with the ion that you put on that.
Correct.
Now, I know you guys are working on it. We're going to swing around and take a look at the inside. So they did a half.
Yes, sir. Passenger side only.
So this looks like a Whelen inner edge, the new style.
Yes, sir.
And this, of course, is the half module. Let's quickly swing around and take a peek at that. Now again, you're obviously working on this vehicle, so you've got the console taken apart.
Correct.
You've got a variety of different components that are going in there.
Correct.
So radios obviously is what you're working on right now.
Correct. And then we've also got 2 cell phone boosters, one for the air card for the computer and one for the personal cell phone to get better range on the coast ranges where this vehicle is stationed.
And again, some more of the SNGL2s.
This has the Laguna rear prisoner seat with the Setina cage with recess panel.
Now it doesn't have a rear screen in there yet. Is that something that's in the process of being put in?
The customer requested not to have the metal mesh that comes with the Laguna, so we are getting some polycarbonate to cut out a rear window out of polycarbonate so that they see through better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's take a look as we move around here.
I'll shut this down for you.
Now this is the new Troy box cover, I guess is the best description I'm going to use for it. It's obviously not an official Troy part number, but essentially what's going on here is that you have a cover which in the Ford Interceptor where you would keep the spare rear wheel underneath, which obviously
Correct.
there it is.
Yes.
Now this is on a hydraulic.
2 hydraulic rams that help hold it up in the time that it takes to the spare tire in and out.
And underneath there is where you mounted all of the electronics.
Yeah, we've got a video system, an arbitrator from Panasonic, and then we've got the radio repeater system which helps the officer boost his handset up to 100 watts when he's out of the vehicle.
Now, because this particular vehicle doesn't have an independent remote head, in other words, the Whelen controller, which is up the front,
Correct.
is in fact all self-contained. Would you normally, or could you, mount the respective?
That's the main
independent
purpose
unit
of
back
this,
here?
is what we sold it for, was to get the area for all the electronics to be protected from elements and still have full access to the spare tire. And then we're also putting a command box on top of this, so we've lost no functionality of the vehicle by doing this tray.
They also have radar in here as well, I can see.
Correct, front rear radar. We have a switch on both sides of this vehicle. Like this switch here will kill this so that at night when the officer needs to get into something, he's not blinded by the lights, and then when he's done he can turn them back on. And then we've got a Whelen dome light here, the little 3S mod piece that we get from you. We turn that on and off with the toggle switch so they have the hatch light as well.
Right. Now this is obviously a slick top vehicle.
Correct.
So meaning there's no light bar going to be mounted.
Correct. What you see for lighting is what we've got.
And again, you've mounted in here more vertexes.
Correct. We've also added a backup camera so the officer can see where he's backing up into.
Because again, when this particular vehicle, the Interceptor, it doesn't come with that option in the police package, correct?
Correct. I believe in civilian model, but obviously not for law enforcement.
So Chris, tell us a little bit about what you got going on here.
Well, it's a Chevy Tahoe, two-wheel drive police vehicle. It's outfitted with a complete console with the Code 3 Z3 controller, Motorola radio, Panasonic docking station. It's got the Code 3 supervisor in it for front forward lights. Has a ProGuard prisoner seat.
Now this is a new product for you guys, the ProGuard line.
Yes, sir. We've sold very little in the past, but started looking at it. It's really well engineered, good product. Got some Whelen Lindsay 6J split red and blue lights in the rear C-pillar. Got the Vertex red and blues in the backup lights. In addition to, we've activated the back flash, which is a factory part from Chevy.
From Chevy on
Yes,
this
sir.
particular Tahoe.
Correct. There is a Dominator 4 on the rear hatch. And for nighttime working, when they have a vehicle pulled over, they've added some rigid industry lights for rear work area lighting. They've also incorporated in a printer on the docking station here. And this customer has chosen to do a strip outlet so he can replace the console should he need to very quickly.
So that's basically why the terminal strip is exposed.
Correct.
So that they can take it apart. Now again, this is something that the customer themselves actually asked for.
Correct.
And again, you will build to customer specifications, obviously.
Absolutely. As long as there's no issue of safety involved, we will do whatever the customer requests. You bet. Up front, you've got a Setina push bumper PB400. And that's got the
Sixes on those, yes. So,
side,
yeah,
yeah.
that look very nice. And again, this is a slick top vehicle, hence the lighting package that we're currently seeing with it. Well, there you have it. A pretty good look at two very interesting vehicles from the gang over at Wildworks here in Salem. And again, many thanks to all of the gang at Wildworks that helped us today with this respective video. As always, many thanks for watching Sirennet Television. I'm Stuart.